Nostradamus was a 16th-century French physician and astrologer who gained popularity for his book Les Prophéties, a collection of 942 rhyming quatrains, four-line poems that are said to predict future events. Because of his work, he also had a connection with the court of Catherine Medici, the Queen of France. Catherine was known to be interested in astrology and the occult, and she invited Nostradamus to her court to serve as her personal astrologer and physician. Nostradamus was reportedly a popular figure at the French court, and he was said to have used his knowledge of astrology to make predictions for the queen and her family. He also wrote a series of letters to Catherine that were said to contain predictions about her life and the future of France. However, the accuracy of these predictions and the extent of Nostradamus's influence on the court of Catherine Medici is a matter of historical debate. Some scholars believe that Nostradamus was simply a courtier who used his knowledge of astrology to gain the queen's favor, while others believe that he may have had a more significant role in shaping the events of his time. Regardless, Nostradamus's connection with the court of Catherine Medici is an interesting chapter in his life and legacy. So was Nostradamus a predictor of the future or not? The validity of Nostradamus's predictions has been the subject of much debate and skepticism over the years. While some people believe that Nostradamus was a true prophet who accurately foretold future events, others argue that his quatrains are too vague and cryptic to be considered reliable predictions. Many of Nostradamus's predictions have been interpreted as referring to major historical events, such as wars, revolutions, and natural disasters. However, there is often disagreement about the specific events that Nostradamus was referring to, and many of his predictions have been claimed to have multiple possible interpretations. Despite the lack of consensus among experts, Nostradamus's predictions continue to captivate the public imagination and have been the subject of numerous books, articles, and documentaries. Whether or not Nostradamus was truly a prophet is a matter of personal belief, and his predictions continue to be the subject of much speculation and debate. That being said, here are 10 events that some people have claimed Nostradamus predicted. The Great Fire of London in 1666. This was a big fire that destroyed much of London, England. The French Revolution in 1789. This was a time of great change and violence in France, when the people rose up against their leaders and created a new government. The rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon was a military leader who became the Emperor of France and conquered many other countries. The assassination of John F. Kennedy. JFK was the President of the United States who was killed in Dallas, Texas in 1963. The 9/11 terrorist attacks. This was a terrible event in which terrorists flew airplanes into two tall buildings in New York City, causing them to collapse and killing many people. The war in Iraq. This was a war that started in 2003 when the United States and its allies invaded Iraq to remove its leader Saddam Hussein from power. The global financial crisis of 2008. This was a time when the world's economy was in a bad shape, with many people losing their jobs and homes. The election of Barack Obama. Barack Obama was elected as the President of the United States in 2008, becoming the first African American to hold this office. The COVID-19 pandemic. This is a disease that will spread all over the world in 2020, causing many people to become sick and leading to changes in how we live and work. The recent political and social unrest. There have been recent protests and demonstrations in many countries, as people demand change and stand up for their rights. That is it for this topic. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting topics in the future.